Hello everyone and welcome to Games Half Empty. Today we are doing the Soul Calibur 6 6-minute challenge for the character of Goku from Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Super and all those other Dragon Balls. Right now we're just picking the race. I'm not including this part in the 6-minute timer because the load screens are absolutely ridiculous. Look at this. Look at this loading screen. There we go. And there's Goku in all his naked glory. Challenge complete! What we're going to do next is pick the weapon, and I decided we would go with, we're going to go with Kilik, actually. In the early stages of Dragon Ball, Goku, of course, uses a staff, so what better weapon to use than Kilik's bow staff? And specifically, we're going to go ahead and just keep the Kali Yuga. As you can see, it's red, so I don't even have to change the color, which is going to save us time during the challenge. So we'll just leave that as is for now. So first things first, we go into the body screen. You can actually pick pretty much anything. All the faces really work. I went ahead and picked male face number 2. As for hairstyles, downside, there isn't really any perfect Goku hairstyle. So alas, gonna have to go ahead and do Super Saiyan Goku instead. I was a little bummed, but it works. Bad Boy Grunge is the most anime hairstyle in the game. It's pretty good for making Super Saiyan, so we're gonna go ahead and stick with that. As for equipment, what I was thinking here was we need to have some sort of multi-layered robe, and I tried a few layers. I was gonna go with the brown and white one you can see there, but instead I went with the spy robe. It gives you a little more flexibility underneath and gives you this big gaping hole up top for this underlayer, which we're going to use the sleeveless unitard because, as you can see, there's not a ton of options and they all look really goofy. So sleeveless unitard was the way we went. We'll change the colors and stuff afterward, and I think we do end up fitting all that in within the 6-minute timer. This was actually a really tough one. Really came down to the wire. Arms, not a lot of good options. If we were doing Dragon Ball Super, we'd pick the bandages up there because it's a different outfit. But instead, the Raging Sea wristband works pretty well. They're relatively small, so you don't really notice the fact that they're actually made of leather. But you can see there is a little bit of cloth there, so I thought it worked pretty well. Goku's design is not terribly complicated. There's no neck pieces or hats or anything like that. So all we have to do now is pick the pants. You have a few options here. I was hopefully going to use the slops because they were just going to, in my brain, tuck the flaps inside the inside the pants, but that doesn't work, as you can see. So I had to go ahead and mess around with a few other ones. Again, same problem here. There's a little bit of clipping that happens here, which that happens a lot in Soul Calibur Character Creator. I like the fact that the flaps tuck into the pants. Not the right style at all. He's not wearing armor at the bottom, and he doesn't have that yellow design on the left, even though it looks super cool. And I was hoping Raging Sea Slacks, say that 10 times fast, because it had a belt, I was hoping it would tuck the flaps in. No dice. So instead, went back with the slops. Next up, we have to pick a belt to deal with the flaps. Only really one option for this one, that's the training belt. Early Dragon Ball fans will remember that the training belt was present in early Dragon Ball. It was actually, I think, really dark blue or black at the end of Dragon Ball. And then I think he ditched it in early Dragon Ball Z, but that's really digging. I don't remember that one super well. Now, there's no good boots for this one. So instead, we're just going to use the socks and the bottom of the slops, and it actually works pretty well. You'll see at the towards the end of the challenge, once they're colored, they look all right. As of right now, I'm actually doing pretty well for time. I think I have like 2 minutes left for coloring. So what I'm trying to do here was, I was gonna put a sticker on the back, so I was just gonna do a giant white circle, and then I was going to have the characters that are present on the back of Goku's early uniform. And by characters, I don't mean people. I mean the Japanese characters. Specifically, I really like King Kai's symbol. It's basically a circle with some groovy stuff on the inside. Or I would have gone with a really early Turtle Hermit uniform. But I don't know where the circle is. I'm messing with the vertical position. I'm messing with the horizontal position. I don't know where it is. I think it's stuck on the flaps. But I thought if I cranked the verticality, I would at least see it on either side. But it was a mystery, so we just ditched the sticker. And then that wasted some time. So I was a bit bummed about that. So then we just had to kind of color everything. So because Goku has more blue items on him than orange in terms of the actual gear in-game, it was just easier to pick whatever blue color first and then just parse out the orange ones after. It's actually kind of tough to pick the right shade of blue because of that really glossy unitard underneath. It's a different material than the rest of the outfit, so none of the blues are quite the same. So what I ended up doing is I found this to be a little too purple. It actually doesn't look so bad on the screen now, but it looked really purple on my TV. So I went a little more blue, and I really like the way that turned out. And then I adjusted the unitard color to make it a little more in line with the cloth part of his gi. And then we just make the actual part of the uniform orange. 1357 is what I ended up going with. It's a really nice orange. It's not the exact color, but I just wanted to make Goku look good in Soul Calibur 6. I wasn't going for an exact one-to-one copy of what Goku would look like, because then I'd have to give him these giant eyeballs, his arms would be super inflated, and it just wouldn't look natural. So I was hoping to just sort of take Goku, suck him out of Dragon Ball, and plop him into Soul Calibur 6. And you can see what I'm doing with the bottom of the slops here. You just change the sort of, I don't know what you call it, straps to red, and then the time actually runs out right here. So the timing was actually perfect. The only thing I didn't get done was the hair and the stickers. So I was really pleased with how this 6-minute challenge turned out. The 6 minutes actually fly by when you're editing the characters. Some of the other characters I've made in this game have taken literally an hour or more. But right now, I was just kind of going over, okay, I want to make this look a little bit more like Goku. I know I'm over time. So I messed around with the hair colors. Big problem with this hair color, or sorry, this hairstyle, is that you can't get rid of the red part. I don't really know why. It has something to do with the way the game has coded the hair. But the original hair is so red that even if you change the shades, it doesn't look good. So I thought white might look cool. A certain form of Goku that I won't spoil has white hair. But then you can't even make the hair black because it just looks gray. So instead, you know what? Quintessential Super Saiyan Goku. Crank up the saturation. And you can pick kind of any yellow color. But I went with 2399 or 23199, I think is what that said. But yeah, there we go. That's pretty much my Goku in 6-ish minutes. I'm just changing the name here so I know which one it is. But yeah, that's about it. I had a lot of fun doing this. It was actually really, really tough to get it done in 6 minutes. I was originally doing commentary, but the audio got all messed up during the recording. So I figured the post-recording is a little more interesting anyway, because it lets me sort of rethink what I was doing and better communicate it to you guys. Because, man, when you're in the hot seat making the character, I was saying some pretty goofy stuff. So I think this will turn out a little better. But if you have any suggestions for characters you would like to see me make in the future, go ahead and pop those down into the comment section below. I'm taking all sorts of challenges, whether it's other anime characters, movies, video games, food, whatever. I will do it. Please don't put any phallus requests or anything super gross, because I'd like to potentially make these videos ad-friendly. They're already a little scandalous with half-naked Goku, but we'll see how it goes. So don't forget to leave your suggestion down below, and subscribe or follow me on Twitter at GamesHalfEmpty to make sure you never miss an episode. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, and if in the future I fail one of these videos, then we'll have to come up with some sort of consequence or bonus challenge episode to make up for that. But otherwise, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you all soon.